KD Country 94 weather.
Here's a look at your local weatherology forecast. Chance of thunderstorms today, otherwise a blend of clouds and sun. Daytime highs approaching 85, northwest winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Slight chance of thunderstorms tonight, lows around 58, clear skies. Highs level off around 93, tomorrow bright sunshine. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki on KD Country 94. Right now, 79.
Hey there, Internet user. Ready to upgrade your online experience? At Cunningham Fiber, we're not just about fast speeds. We're about personal connection. With local offices right in your neighborhood and live customer support, help is always just around the corner. Say goodbye to long waits and automated messages. Our friendly, knowledgeable team is here to assist you with any questions or concerns you may have. Experience the difference with Cunningham Fiber, where fast internet meets local support. Visit ctcfiber.net. Call now to join the family. Cunningham Fiber. Connect with us.
Come south of the tracks to see what all of your friends have been talking about at L&M Liquor in downtown Downs.
I'm Brian. I come to L&M Liquor because they have the best deals and they are definitely the best.
The news this hour is brought to you by Anderson Insurance Agency. They do farm, home, auto, life, and crop insurance. Stop by and see Matt and Becky, 118 North Mill in Beloit, or call them at 738-5701.
Keeping you informed. This is KD Country 94 and Z96.3 News.
A Kansas man injured in an accident just before 1:30 p.m. Sunday in Clay County has died. The Kansas Highway Patrol reported a 2017 Hyundai Sonata driven by Marion Paul Brenner, age 92, of Randolph, was southbound on Utah Road and failed to yield right-of-way at US 24. Westbound 2007 Ford F-150 driven by Jeff Bradley Sells, age 44, Mankato, struck the Hyundai in the intersection. EMS transported Brenner to the Clay County Medical Center. He died early Monday, according to the Kansas Highway Patrol. Sells and a passenger in the Ford were not injured. Brenner was not wearing a seatbelt, according to KHP. This from KSN in Wichita. The Belle Plaine Police Department is warning about a payroll scam. The department says an employer received an email claiming to be from an employee requesting their direct deposit information be changed to a Green Dot account. While Green Dot is a legitimate online-only bank, the email was not actually sent by the employee. Belle Plaine Police said the employer only discovered it was a scam when they mentioned the banking changed directly to the employee. They then contacted the police. This type of spoofing scam is called a payroll diversion scam. The scammer pretends to be an employee and contacts a manager or someone within the company who can make changes to direct deposit information. In more sophisticated diversion scams, hackers use social engineering to gain access to employees' email account and either send an email through the victim's work email or access an online portal through the employer that allows them to make payroll changes to direct deposit. In the Belle Plaine incident, police say they contacted Green Dot and were informed that the name on the account was George with no last name. The department wants residents and businesses to be aware of this scam and verify in person before making any changes. The Federal Bureau of Investigation says you should always be careful with what information you share on social media. By openly sharing information on things like pet names, schools you've attended, birthdays, and family member names, you run the risk of hackers gaining enough information about you to guess your password. The Bureau says between 2018 and 2022, over $3 million in internet financial crimes have been reported, costing over $27 billion. Today's community calendar is brought to you by Heart Choices Pregnancy and Parenting Resource Center, offering free pregnancy tests, pregnancy counseling, and parenting classes at 6th and Independence in Beloit and their satellite location in Concordia, Osborne, and Smith Center. You can call 738-3433 for an appointment or check them out at their website, www.heartchoicesbeloit.com. Beginning June 8th, phones will be ringing across the district of USD 273 as a brief patron survey will begin. School district officials say the survey of district households will provide insight into what residents think about the district's strengths, challenges, and long-term facility needs. This survey will give us an outstanding opportunity to hear from a cross-section of our patrons, their opinions about our performance and what our priorities should be in the future, says Jeff Travis, superintendent. We'll hear from all geographic parts of the district, people of different ages, and everyone from newcomers to long-term residents. The survey was designed by Excellence K-12, a Kansas City-based market research firm that has worked with school districts across the Midwest. The calls will be completed by Kansas City-based Market Research Associates, a firm that uses only professional researchers. Participants will be selected totally at random, and all responses will be kept kept completely confidential. In general, calls will be placed between 7 and 9 p.m. on weekdays and noon and 6 p.m. on Saturdays. Caller ID may show Market Research Associates, or it may simply show an 816 or 913 area code because the company uses calling facilities in both Missouri and Kansas. For those who are not contacted at random on the phone, an online version of the survey will be available on the district's website. The survey process will take about 2 weeks to complete, and the district is asking patrons to listen to their phones for them to ring. We are very fortunate to live and serve in a community that values our schools, Travis says. If you get called for the survey, please answer and give your honest feedback. A community luncheon will be held at the Beloit Ministries Blessing House Thursday, June 6th, 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. 120 North Campbell there in Beloit. A free will donation. Meatballs, cheesy potatoes, green beans, a cookie, water bottles from Guaranty State Bank. This donation is to help others at Boost Ministries community luncheon on Thursday. Also, the KSN News team out of Wichita will be in Beloit on Thursday, June 6th, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. for the Summer Road Trip Series. On-air personalities and behind-the-scenes crew members will be at Chautauqua Park with their 7 trucks, including the Storm Tracker truck. People of all ages are invited to talk to crew members and check out the weather truck. El Tanquera food truck will be available for lunchtime service. That's the news this hour on Katy Country 94 and Z96.3 The Lake. I'm Dusty Dinos.
Your number one source for local sports in North Central Kansas. This is Katy Country 94 and Z96.3 Sports.
Popped up by Katashiro. The third baseman, Scott, sends Texas back to the championship series.
Texas will await the winner of Oklahoma and Florida this afternoon to see who they'll play in the National Championship Series. More on that coming up in this Sportscast. We also look at local sports, a profile of one of our area 8-man All-Stars. Also, the Royals back on the field tonight. Look at college baseball and the French Open. All coming up in this Sportscast on Katy Country 94 and Z96.3 The Lake. The 39th Annual 8-Man All-Star Games will take place on Saturday at Trojan Field in Beloit. 80 of the best 8-man football players in the state of Kansas will take the field, including multiple from the Katy Country 94 and Z96.3 The Lake listening area. One such player is Chance Jermark from St. John's Catholic High School and St. John's Tipton football. Jermark, who's on the Division II East team, will follow in the footsteps of his brother Cooper, who played in the game last year. Chance had a great career with the Blue Jays starting since his sophomore year. His biggest initial impact came on the defensive side, registering 76 tackles his first season. He had 115 tackles as a junior, and in his senior season, he had a team-high 158 tackles with 24 for loss and 5.5 sacks. He finished his career with 350 tackles, 49 for loss. On offense, Jermark ran for just under 1,200 yards combined during his junior and senior seasons. He had 712 yards, 9 touchdowns rushing in 2022, added 482 yards and 8 rushing touchdowns in 2023. Also got involved in the pass game as a senior, catching 32 passes for 279 yards and 4 scores. He had a career-high 1,263 all-purpose yards and 13 total touchdowns in his final season. When asked about the opportunity to play in this year's 8-man All-Star Games, Jermark said he looks forward to carrying on the family tradition and playing on the same team as a lot of guys he played against during his career.
It's an honor, actually. It's just trying to just live up to a legacy, kind of. I think it's going to be fun. It's something different. Never done it before. Butting heads against some people, but I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. I think it's just going to be like one of the best games I've ever played.
Chance Jermark of St. John's Tipton will play for the Division II East in the second game of the day is Saturday. Fans can catch the 8-man Division II All-Star game on Katy Country 94 and 8manallstars.com with pregame at 1 o'clock and kickoff at 1:30. Well, after having Monday off, the Royals are back on the field tonight, starting a 3-game series with the AL Central leading Guardians in Cleveland. Casey is 36-25, while the Guardians are 39-20 on the season. In the pitching matchup, Royals are sending ace Seth Lugo to the mound. He's 9-1 with a 1.72 ERA and will face Cleveland's Tristan McKenzie, who's 2-3 with a 3.77 ERA. First pitch at 5:40 at Progressive Field.
Today, Boone swinging away. On the move is Kessler, and she makes the catch on the warning track. And the streak comes to an end. 20 NCAA tournament wins in a row, and Florida ends it as they beat Oklahoma here in the national semifinals, and they force the necessary game.
Florida got a 3-run homer in the bottom of the fourth to take a 7-1 lead over Oklahoma on Monday. They went on to win 9-3 in Oklahoma City, and the two teams will meet again this afternoon at 1 o'clock to decide the second spot in the Softball National Championship Series. Number 1, Texas secured the first spot in the championship with a 1-0 win over Stanford on Monday. The Longhorns scored their lone run in the top of the 7th inning to get the win. For more on the Women's College World Series, you can visit NCAA.com. In college baseball, two Big 12 teams were looking to make it to the super regional round of the NCAA tournament, but in deciding games, each team lost at home. Oklahoma State fell 4-2 to Florida in the regional final in Stillwater, and Oklahoma lost to UConn 7-1 in Norman. Those losses leave K-State and West Virginia as the two Big 12 teams still standing, heading into super regionals, which will start either Friday or Saturday. Again, NCAA.com for the full bracket. Finally, in sports and Grand Slam tennis, number 1 Novak Djokovic and number 4 Alexander Zverev each needed 5 sets, but both advanced to the quarterfinals on Monday in men's singles. Also, number 7 Casper Ruud beat 12-seeded American Taylor Fritz in 4 sets, and 11-seed Alex de Minaur 1-4 over 5th-seed Daniil Medvedev. Women's singles at the French Open, number 2 Aryna Sabalenka, number 4 Elena Rybakina won in straight sets, with number 12 Jasmine Paolini and unseeded Mira Andreeva both advancing to the quarters. Full scores can be found at RolandGarros.com as the quarterfinals are underway today. That's a look at sports and your sports leader in North Central Kansas, Katy Country 94 and Z96.3 The Lake. Sportscast is brought to you by Zach's Ace Hardware in Beloit. I'm Dusty Donis.